Have you ever watched someone shine and felt something shift inside you? Not because they were perfect, not because they won, but because they looked free. Recently, many people watched Alyssa Liu skate. And what stood out wasn't just skill. It was the calm in her eyes. There was no tightness in her shoulders, no panic in her breath. Just steadiness, just presence. But here's something important. At 16, at the height of her career, she stepped away from competition. She paused. She retired. She took nearly 2 years away from the sport. Not because she couldn't perform, not because she failed, but because she needed space. And that pause matters. Because sometimes strength isn't pushing through. Sometimes strength is stepping back. Sometimes regulation looks like withdrawal. Sometimes safety looks like rest. And when she returned differently. Not chasing, not proving, just skating. That's what safety does. It gives permission to pause. And when a nervous system feels safe, the body moves differently. The breath deepens. The shoulders drop. The eyes soften. Safety changes posture. Safety changes performance. Safety changes everything. This isn't really about skating. It's about what happens when a child feels safe enough to be fully themselves. And what happens when they don't. Picture a grocery store. Fluorescent lights overhead. Scanners beeping every few seconds. Carts rattling across tile. Voices overlapping from every direction. For some children, it's background noise. For others, it's a storm. And storms don't ask permission. They activate. Sometimes it looks like yelling. Sometimes it looks like collapsing. Sometimes it looks like refusing to move. But underneath, it often sounds like this. This is too loud. This is too bright. This is too much. Neurodivergent nervous systems process sensory input differently. Sound can land louder. Light can feel sharper. Movement can feel unpredictable. And when sensory input stacks up faster than a child can process it, the body chooses survival. Fight. Flight. Freeze. Here's the invisible layer. While the child is overwhelmed, the parent's nervous system is reacting too. You feel eyes on you. You feel judgment. You feel pressure to fix it quickly. Now there are two activated nervous systems in the same aisle. And two activated nervous systems don't calm each other. They escalate each other. That's when tone sharpens. That's when shame slips in. Not because anyone is cruel. Because neither nervous system feels safe. When the body is in survival mode, the thinking brain steps aside. Logic isn't available. Lessons won't land. Calm down doesn't work. Because language feels like pressure when the body is trying to protect itself. So the goal isn't correction. It's stabilization. Lower your voice. Slow your breathing. Soften your face. Even if you don't feel calm yet, move toward calm. Because regulation is contagious. And so is dysregulation. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say isn't to your child. It's to yourself, don't worry. Let the storm pass. Because regulation isn't one strategy. It's a rhythm. Now picture a school hallway. Backpack straps pulled tight. Shoes planted firmly on the floor. A classroom door just a few steps away. A child won't walk in. Adults might call it refusal or stubbornness. But sometimes the child is thinking, that kid is going to pick on me again. Imagine being small and walking into a room where you don't feel safe. That's not defiance. That's protection. When the body anticipates threat, muscles tighten, breath shortens, stomach clenches, compliance drops, survival rises. And when we rush that moment, just go. You'll be fine. Stop overreacting. We unintentionally confirm their fear. Because the body hears, you're alone. But what if instead, we steadied, lowered ourselves to their level, softened our tone, let our body communicate, I'm with you. Not pushing, not dragging, just present. The goal isn't to force them through the door. The goal is to help their nervous system believe, I can handle this. I'm not alone. I'm safe enough to try. That shift builds resilience. Pressure builds resistance. And pause creates space for courage. I spend a lot of time around kids. And I've noticed something. The ones adults label as behavior problems are rarely what people think they are. So many of them are sensitive, deeply observant, emotionally intense. They feel everything, but they don't yet know how to express what's happening inside. When I stay calm around them, they feel it. They come closer. They smile. They hug. Not because of magic, because calm creates space, and space creates safety. When children feel safe, they don't have to fight so hard. They don't have to prove. They don't have to defend. They can just be. And when they can just be, that's when you see it. That shine. A lighthouse doesn't remove the storm. It doesn't chase the waves. It doesn't scream at the ocean. It stands steady, predictable, calm, present. Ships don't need the lighthouse to fix the storm. They need it to remain steady during it. Our children don't need perfection. They need regulation. Fewer punishments. More preparation. Softer tone. Clear rhythm. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is not correct. Not explain. Not fix. Take a moment. Look into your child's eyes. And give them the biggest, longest, warmest hug. No words needed. Because safety isn't a lecture. It's a feeling. And when a child feels safe, they shine. Here at Neuro Lighthouse, we believe in steady support. Reducing overwhelm. Creating rhythm. One day at a time. And that is enough for today.